In other news tonight, the struggles of Canada's private broadcasters were aired publicly in Ottawa today. The heads of Canada's cable companies and television networks met with a parliamentary committee to discuss the state of the industry, and one set of call letters, ours, came up a lot. Like the Detroit 3 automakers, these days the owners of Canadian TV networks say times are tough and they need the government to help. First on the list for the owner of this station, Can West, is fee for carriage.
Given the current state of local television, fee for carriage is not just a matter of fairness, it's now become a matter of survival.
Peter Viner says the fate of fee for carriage, or getting the cable companies to pay networks to carry their station's signals, may well determine the fate of local television. But the cable companies say giving networks fee for carriage is a bad idea and don't appear fazed by the idea of networks like CTV or Can West going under.
If they went out of business?
Yeah, if they went out of business, would you lose any subscribers?
Well, I don't think so. I think, someone would fill the void because, in fact, if you look at CHCH in Hamilton, the local management there have a lot more confidence in the power of generating revenue from the local community than their actual corporate people do.
Someone else with a plan to try and shake up the industry is Live at 5:30's Donna Skelly. She was invited to the hearings after the committee got wind of an employee-based plan to try and keep the station here with a renewed focus on local news.
If CHCH goes off the air, and that's just one station, but if CHCH disappears from Hamilton, Halton, Niagara, we're not going to be missing American programming. We can get it on 10 other stations that come into that market, but they're not going to get their local news. So if you're going to start dishing out local funding that taxpayers are paying for, put it towards local stations.
But Can West doesn't think the employee plan would pass muster at the CRTC and adds that even though the station has been available to any interested buyers for several years, no local group or individuals have come forward, even though Viner says the price has been very low. Skelly thinks that's because of the millions spent on American programming, which is hurting the station's bottom line.
And if we had perhaps not spent so much money and directed that same $46 million on local programming, I think you could probably have a pretty successful station.
I don't want to get into a debate on this. Actually, the cost of foreign programming on CH has gone down. The reality is we should have sold this station a long time ago.